How they be? Tree, if you love me, touch me. That's how they be. The trees really talk back to you, man. What's good with y'all? Peace of the gods. Y'all know how y'all be. Tree, if you love me, touch my nose. Touch my nose. Yo, that really worked too. You can really talk to the trees in that way. I did it the other day, and one of the tree branches came down further and touched my nose. Peace reflections. But welcome back to another chance opportunity, man. Welcome back, reflection. As usual, before I give any download, all praise and glory be to the honorable prophet Elijah the Christ, my higher self, the all-seeing I3, God in the form of the black man, our mother's son in the form of the black man, the Elijah Bishop. Today, what I wanted to talk about, because it's a new update from Chief. It's a new download. But the original food is light. And it's funny because somebody asked me the other day off of one of my posts. Somebody asked me, what's your diet? I posted a video about your odor being your aura, like Chief teaches us. How, you feel me, your diet is not just about what you put in your mouth, it's what you receive inside of all of your five senses. Your five senses, all of the electrical signals or codes that you're receiving into your five senses. How you think. That's where your diet comes from. Where you putting your thoughts from. Where you putting your thoughts at. So, the original food is light. So as I was saying, somebody asked me about what is my diet. Now, beyond food, because we in the age right now where everybody is health conscious as far as when it comes and deals with food and what you put inside of your mouth, what type of drinks to drink. Everybody knows about an alkaline diet. Everybody knows how to eat right. Everybody knows how to eat right. Whether or not you're applying it to your life is a different story. That just says everything about your astrological programming. But we are in a time right now where everybody's teaching about being healthy as far as food wise. But nobody, unlike my chief, teaches about how food is actually light. When you think about food, what do you think about? When you think about food, you think about fuel. Food, fuel. You think about some type of nutrients that's fueling or enabling something to thrive or to move forward. Now, even the food that you put inside of your body, what is fueling the reproduction or the production of that food? The sun. The sun, the light from the sun is what's fueling every piece of food that you eat, all of the water that we drink, all of the herbs and plants that we get from nature. The sun is fueling that form of sustenance for all human beings. The sun is a big ball of light. We know that reality is fractal. As above, so below. The sun in this reality is a symbol of our conscious mind. It is light. It's a symbol of your conscious mind. Behind the sun is what? Complete darkness. 99.999% what? Dark matter, which is melanin. Science teaches us that it's full of emptiness, but it's actually full of melanin. It's full of darkness, dark matter, the triple black darkness that's behind the sun. The first hermetic principle being all is mental. The womb of consciousness. We all come from that darkness, right? From that womb, that primordial waters of Nu, the quantum infinite field of possibilities. That's the womb of consciousness that we all come from. That's that darkness that we all come from. The sun is a representation of the thought that lights up this reality. So Chief like to ask us this brilliant question. What is the light that lights up your reality? Because when you close your eyes or when you go to sleep, you're encased in complete darkness. But something happens when you go to sleep and you go into a dream, right? Now this is where God comes in and our ability, that the ability we have that God has. God created everything through the word. God said, let there be light. God thought everything into existence. When you close your eyes and you begin to think or have a thought and you say, let there be light, what happens? You open your eyes and you begin to project out your thoughts, but in the form of light. This reality is quantum, subatomic particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons. This is all light, but we are all encased in darkness. We all live on a big boiling hot rock in the middle of darkness. So what lights up what lights up your dreams is your thoughts. The thoughts are the energy inside the womb of consciousness that's lighting up this existence. God used thought to light up reality. God used imagination to light up this reality. So the light is the thought. The thought is light. So when you're thinking about food, all the food that you're eating, the diet that you're worrying about when it comes to food, it comes from the sun. Now everything is many different versions of the sun. The tree that you see behind me is the sun. I am a different piece of the sun. Everybody in the chat is a different piece of the sun. The animals are a different frequency of the sun. Everything is the sun in its form, in the less condensed form, because the sun is dark matter in a condensed form, which is light. So, no, I'm going to take you there. I'm gathering my thoughts. I'm going to take you there. So food is really light. Everything is light. The most honorable prophet, Eligio the Christ, teaches us that food is, yes, a very important component for you to understand and for you to apply to your life so that you can thrive, so that this body can be a processor for the correct information, because that's all light is. Light is information. The light that the sun is sending you is what? Light codes. We receive light codes from the sun. Coded information, coded genetic universal information from the mind of God that's keeping us in tune with God's creation, with the rest of what we are. So when it comes to light, because everything is the sun, everything is light. People are different forms of light, vibrating on different frequencies of that light. Animals are light, vibrating on different frequencies of that light. And we know that we are all cells inside of the body of God. And a cell can only vibrate as high as its environment. It's called epigenetics. Above genes, above genetics. What's happening above us and around us is taking place through us biologically. So through your subconscious, through your environment, you're receiving electrical signals, light, information, food for your brain, which is the processor of your being, to process, to project you your reality. So when we're talking about food, we really talking about light, because even the food that you put inside of your mouth are nothing but electrical signals that you are experiencing, electrical codes or information that you are experiencing that your brain is going to interpret through your astrological program to give you your experience of that information. So when it comes to your diet, we got to understand what food is. Food is light, like Chief teaches us. The original food is light, information. And everything is food, because food is not limited to what you put inside of your body. Food is what you put on your body, on your head, in your ears, in your eyes, in your nose, on the pores of your skin. And the greatest diet that you can have is beyond your environment. Is called peopletarianism. People are other than your environment. People are your greatest or your next greatest source and version of energy or light that you are consuming throughout the day. Now you got to ask yourself, light, like we said, light is thought. Your thoughts light up your reality, just as every other character inside of this dream. So everybody is light. The person that you see next to you is light. It is a different code or different information of the sun vibrating on a certain frequency, on a certain wavelength. When you look at the wavelengths have different shades of colors, different colors, different lights. The sun, right? You will look at the sun and think that the sun is yellow, but the sun is not yellow. The sun is white. That's white light. And every other person are different frequencies of that white light. Now you got to ask yourself, what frequency of that white light are you on? And what light or what frequency of light through other people, places and things, food, animals, environments. What other light is compatible with the light or the version of light that you are of the sun? Peace to the gods. Peace, my king. Everything is light. Now, when it comes to being a peopletarian, human beings vibrate on certain different wavelengths, certain different light or certain different frequencies of the oneness of the sun. Now, your ability or your health as far as is concerned around people is going to be determined of the people that you've been taking in, the light that you've been consuming through other people, right? We talk about the sun in human form. We have to understand this too, that we are living inside of God's mind, inside of God's imagination. In John 3:16, it says that our Father gave his only begotten Son. It's not our Father, it's our mother. Our mother gave her only begotten Son, S-U-N. And whoever is to be alive or believe in him shall not perish, but have eternal life, everlasting life. Within this dream, God has to be present with us. Remember, when you go to sleep, and when you go to sleep at night, and you are the person in the bed, you are the God of your dream, projecting yourself inside of the dream, and you are moving around with all the other characters that you projected inside the game. They don't know that you are the God projecting the dream, but you are the God of that dream, and you cannot exist unless you are in the bed sleeping. Our mother in heaven has came down inside of the dream in the form of the Eligio Bishop, in the form of Jesus Christ, the Son in human form, in the form of the black man. And whoever is to receive these light codes, this food, this information, you should be very healthy. You should be very healthy. So when it comes to diet, everything is food. Food is fuel. Food is light. It's all light codes and information being given to you from your environment, especially the sun, which is a less condensed form of dark matter. And you're consuming everything, not just the food that you put inside of your mouth. You're consuming music, other people's energies. You're consuming everything. And you want to make sure that you're in alignment and make sure that the light that you are is compatible with the light that you're receiving from other people, places, and things. You feel me? Like God teaches, the original food is light. It is information. And everything in this reality is light. We are in the middle of darkness inside of God's mind. And our thoughts are the lights that's projecting our reality. Everything is light. Your food is the sun it's the food in liquid form. You are the sun in human form. Your bones are made from the sun. Inside of your bone makes the blood. Your blood carries the oxygen to keep you lit up, to keep you conscious of what's going on and aware of what's going on in your environment. So don't limit yourself to just the food that you put inside of your body. You feel me? That's good. If you eating healthy, that's very good. But know that the mind rules the body. So even if you decide to eat something that's not per se healthy for you, as long as you have a strong mind, nothing can affect the body. What the mind is doing, the body is doing. But it's good for you to be health conscious when it comes to what you put inside of your mouth and the beverages that you drink. But more than that, your environment and the other people. Best different forms of light or information that you can put inside of your being. Remember, this is the holographic universe. You are just a brain, a walking brain. Better yet, like Chief teaches us, your whole body is a brain. Right? Your spinal cord, your nervous system, your brain, your skin, all of these are made up out of the same germ layer called the ectoderm. It's all brain. The nervous system is giving you the ability to receive electrical signals through your 5 senses to interpret and feelize your environment. It's processing information just as your brain is processing information. You are a walking brain, and like Chi teaches, the purpose of the brain is to what? Collect information to expand its awareness of what it is, and that's what your body is being used to do, to collect as much light as it can, because we are the light, we are the sun, we are all different pieces and frequencies of the sun. We're here to collect as much light to stay in tune with the rest of what we are. But remember, when it comes to people, you feel me? When it comes to people, they're vibrating on different consciousness, different frequencies of light of the sun. If you're on the frequency of blue, you don't really want to be around red people. You don't want to be consuming that energy. So that's reflected light from the honorable prophet, Eligio to Christ, y'all. I love myself, man. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace to the gods.